probably seen these tufted rugs all over TikTok and thought, I want to make that. Well, you actually can, and it's way easier than it looks. In this video, I'm taking you through my very first tufting experience, showing you the entire step-by-step process from the tools you'll need, to setting everything up, to using a tufting gun, and bringing your design to life. I'll be using a beginner-friendly tufting kit from Clawlab that comes with everything you need to get started. So let's get into it. First, you're gonna need to set up your frame. This is gonna be the canvas you'll be tufting on. This part may look intimidating, but it's actually really easy. The kit I got in particular came with all the parts I needed and the screws and the tools to put this together. It also came with an instruction manual with photos, making everything very easy to understand. And if there was ever a part I was confused with, there was a QR code I could scan, which would take me to Clawlab's YouTube channel that had all the in-depth tutorials on how to set up my frame. Once your frame is set up, you'll need to place your fabric on it. When you're placing your fabric into your frame, you want to make sure the fabric is tight. So if you push on the fabric and it doesn't bounce back, that means it's loose. The tighter, the better. Once your frame and your fabric are all set up, it's time to draw your design onto the fabric. I've seen a lot of other people use projectors to project an image onto the canvas and then trace out the design from there. If you're a beginner and you want to see if tufting is a good hobby for you, then I don't think getting a projector is absolutely necessary. My recommendation is to pick a design that is large, nothing that has small details. I find that if you choose an image where the different sections are pretty far apart from each other, you'll have a way easier time tufting. I chose this paw print design because every section was quite large and nothing was too close together. Another little tip, when you're drawing your design, make sure not to get too close to the metal frame because it's a lot easier to tuft within the center of the canvas. Next, you need to put your yarn into the tufting gun. This was incredibly easy. It only took me about 10 seconds to thread my tufting gun. I'm just gonna take my yarn, place it in through that first hole, and place my yarn through this metal threader, and then stick it in through this tiny hole and just pull through, and that's it. For transparency, Clawlab did send me this tufting kit for me to try out so I could share my very first tufting experience with you guys, but this video is a true representation of how my first tufting experience went. So if you are interested in getting the beginner-friendly kit I'll be working with today, I linked it down below in the description. Now it's time to tuft. I recommend doing a few practice runs on the side of your project so you get the hang of your tufting gun. I also have my yarn on my yarn holder just to make sure that there's no tension being put on my yarn as I'm tufting. If you feel like your tufting gun is moving too fast, I recommend you turn down the speed. I had my tufting gun at a medium speed setting, and on this setting, I felt like I still had control of the gun. The tufting gun naturally wants to move upwards, and the more pressure you apply onto the fabric with your tufting gun, the better your stitches are gonna look. If you want to do curved lines, you press your tufting gun into the fabric and then slightly apply more pressure to either the right side or the left side, and the gun will naturally start moving in that direction. Again, I recommend you start slower and then slowly increase your speed as you start to feel more comfortable with your tufting gun. This experience was not hard. I expected it to be a lot harder than it actually was. It only took me about 5 minutes to get the hang of it. If you make a mistake and tuft outside your line like I did, don't freak out. All you have to do is grab your yarn and just pull it out. Now you can continue tufting. Once you finish tufting your design, it's time to glue everything in place so that your hard work does not come undone. I went to Michael's and I bought this tacky glue, but if you want this to be a long-lasting rug you can put in the wash, then I recommend you get a carpet glue. You can probably find it at any home hardware store. I also picked up this brush to help distribute the glue. Now, before we start gluing, I recommend that you put something on the floor because you don't want any glue getting on your carpet or your hardwood. I used about 2 coats of glue. I just kept applying coats until I felt like my yarn was not gonna come undone. While gluing, make sure you're in a very well-ventilated area because you don't wanna be breathing in the fumes from the glue. While this dries, I'm gonna start trimming the front. The glue has dried for 24 hours, so now I'm gonna cut out my mat. Now that the mat is cut off of the frame, I'm going to cut around the whole outer edge, making sure to leave 1 inch of fabric. Once your design is cut out, you're gonna make little slits in this 1-inch border that's around your design, and you're gonna use your glue to fold the edges inward so that you have a very nice clean edge. Once that's dry, trace your design onto your backing fabric fabric, I'm just using a 100% cotton fabric. Cut out your design and then grab your glue. You're gonna flip your tufting project so that the back side is facing upwards, and you're gonna glue your backing fabric onto your tufting project. And once the glue has dried, that's it. Your tufting project is complete. My very first tufting experience has officially come to an end, and I wanted to share my thoughts on this experience for any beginners who are interested in getting into tufting. I've broken down my thoughts into 5 points. The first point being price. This is definitely more of a luxurious hobby. Tufting is not like crocheting where you can just go and buy a metal hook and some yarn and just start making clothes or plushies or little accessories. Buying the individual equipment for tufting can add up because you'll need the tufting gun, the frame, yarn, backing fabric, the glue, but there are kits like the one I used in this video that comes with absolutely everything you need. You get the gun, the metal frame, the fabric, the yarn. The link is down below in the description. The second point is if you're interested in learning how to tuft, you don't have to be intimidated. This is a very easy hobby to pick up. I find sewing and crocheting to be a lot more challenging than tufting. Yes, my first project was not perfect, but it's 100% usable. Everyone I've shown this to has already given me so many compliments on it. The tufting gun is very easy to use. It's very easy to control. If you make a mistake, you can just pull the yarn out. You don't have to do any crazy seam ripping. This is a hobby you can definitely jump into and come out with a really nice piece or project. And of course, with practice, I can only imagine the incredible things you'll be able to tuft. The third thing is tufting is a hobby all home decor enthusiasts are gonna love. As I was tufting, I realized the endless possibilities you could do with this craft. Not only can you make mats for your desk or your floor or your bathroom, but you can also make wall hangings. You could definitely make a tufted purse. You could also make pillowcases. The fourth point is, even as a beginner, your final product will end up looking really nice. Tufting has a very professional feel to it. Even if it's not 100% perfect, it still looks like something you could get at a store. I showed my mom and dad my paw-print mat, and they were like, you can buy that at IKEA. So if you're someone who loves being creative, but you love coming out of your creative projects with something you can actually use, tufting is the hobby for you. The last point is tufting is fast. I've tried many different creative hobbies, sewing, crocheting, painting, but I find that I'm working on those creative projects for days or weeks or months at a time. And with tufting, at least with this project, it only took me 2 hours. I'm sure if you're tufting a larger rug, it'll take you longer, but still, tufting is a creative hobby you can work on for a day or 2 days and come out with a beautiful finished project. So if you're someone who doesn't like working on the same project for a really long time, then tufting is a hobby you're really gonna enjoy. That concludes my tufting beginner's guide. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. And if you wanna stay up to date with any of my future beginner-friendly creative hobby tutorials, then I highly recommend you subscribe to this channel because that's literally all I post. I had so much fun testing out this new hobby with you guys, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye!